did you do on your weekend?
Nothing. You?
I went to a party and sleep over at my cousin's.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember we have a quiz tomorrow. It's about
The 17th century is right.
yeah,
But
but
what happened?
I think the scientific revolution.
Oh yeah, I remember the scientific revolution started with Copernicus, and it ended with Newton.
Yeah, and
Right.
it also said that the natural philosophers had a great interest about the universe and they trust the ideas of the ancient philosopher Aristotle.
That was the chaos, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I remember that the people studied the Greek and Latin languages, right?
Yeah, and also they create the telescope and the microscope and the people were very interested in mathematics and science.
Yeah. To study about Francis Bacon. Too.
Yeah, but I have to go and I don't know. I think that Kaori will be here.
Oh, okay, because I don't know anything.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey Isa.
Hi. You're here finally.
Yeah. So what do you have to study?
About Francis Bacon, do you know?
I don't know anything about him. But we can use this time machine. Carlos gave it to me. Like we just put the date and the place where we are going. We just run and jump and we get there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So
incredible. Let's
let's
go.
go now. Like,
Let's do it.
yeah.
Yeah. Your time machine.
Yeah. So it's 1522, right?
In London.
Mhm.
So,
And just run and jump. Okay. One,
One.
2, 3. Hello. What are you doing?
Who are you?
we're just people who want to know more about you.
About me? There's nothing interesting about me. What?
We just want to know about your work.
Oh, well, that's an interesting question. I've been working on several things over the past few years. I wrote my book Novum Organum Scientiarum, in which I stated the scientific method.
Oh, that's interesting, but we want to know more about you, about your personal life.
You seem like very good people, but first, let me introduce myself. I'm Sir Francis Bacon. It's my pleasure to meet you, and you are?
I'm Kaori and she's Isabel.
Kaori? What a strange name. Where do you come from?
We come from a faraway country. You never heard of it. I think so. That's why.
That's odd. Why are you so interested about me?
It's because we want to write a book about you. Would that be okay?
That's magnificent. I will try to do my best. Well, as I have said already, my name is Sir Francis Bacon, but you might call me just Francis. It's okay.
Okay, Francis. So, what do you think if we go and sit over there?
That would be great.
Oh, so you should tell us about your early life.
Oh, right you are. Well, I was born in January 22nd in London. The year was 1561, as I might recall. My father was Sir Nicholas Bacon, and my mother was Lady Anne Hook. Something that you might be interested in is that my father was the Lord Keeper of the Great Seal under Queen Elizabeth I. Also, my mother educated me while Puritan Calvinism was emerging.
Wow, that's an interesting life. But like, what about your studies?
Well, I studied at Trinity College at Cambridge. The year was 1576, as I might recall. And also later I studied laws at Gray's Inn of London.
What? You studied laws? I thought you were a saint.
He was not a scientist.
Well, in fact, I didn't finish right away. I needed to go to France, but then something terrible happened to me.
Oh, if I may ask, sir, what happened?
It's not important to our matters. It's just that when I was in France, my father died. That's when I needed to return and finish my school. In fact, in 1582 I started working as a lawyer.
Wow, it seems like you had a really rough start. But like, did you get involved with the royalty as your father?
Indeed, I got involved with the parliament, and also I became advisor to King James I. But I also interacted with Queen Elizabeth I. I was strongly against her war with Spain. She was spending too much money in it.
Wow, you got to meet Queen Elizabeth.
But Francis, you haven't told us about your books. I mean, we know you studied laws, but they have nothing to do with that.
Oh dear Lord, it's true. Well, as I have said earlier, my most important book I think is Novum Organum. That would be my masterpiece, but I also wrote Advancement in Learning.
But what do you think Novum Organum is your masterpiece? What is it about?
Well, please recall how our conversation started. What was I doing?
You were observing a tree.
Yes, undeniably, I was observing a tree. But I was also experimenting, and that, ladies, is the principle of my Baconian method, or as others might call, the scientific method.
So why did you create that method?
Because we are living in an age of discoveries. We need new tools to understand the new world. What if our ancestors did everything wrong? What if the things that they thought good and right are not true?
So, you're saying that to learn new things, we need to use new methods.
You are very clever. And the answer is yes. According to my method, you need to free your mind from the ideas that might distort the truth. That being said, you are able to state what I like to call a hypothesis, in which you establish the things that might happen in your experiment.
So why would anybody create a hypothesis? What's the purpose of it?
Well, a right hypothesis that has been proven in several events may lead to correct the general principles.
But like, has your method worked until now? Is it functional?
Yes, apparently, yes, it has been a great breakthrough in many science fields.
You're a very good thinker, Sir Bacon. So, what are the bases of your method?
The answer would be experience and inductive reasoning. Let me explain this. Not long ago, people were told to believe this and that. They were naive. But I strongly disagree with that. You see, I think that the only source trustworthy and correct is your experience. Your experience may lead to learn from your mistakes and find new things.
Well, I haven't thought of that, but it seems like you had a long time to think about it. But can I ask you a very important question?
Yes, sure, you can ask whatever you want. I love when people get interested. It's much more easier to explain.
Do you think your invention might change the world? What do you expect about it?
That's an interesting question. Let me think of that. Well, my expectations from my invention are quite complex. You see, I expect that my method change a particular field, like science. So that way science can improve other matters like agriculture, trade, and a new one, industry.
But sir, haven't you thought about the way new discoveries of technology are made?
Not at all. I mean, we are in a period of great advancements and discoveries. I hope that my method would help scientists now and in the future to discover new things and contribute to science, you see?
And what do you think are other benefits of your method?
It's also a way to solve a problem. You see, if you find a problem, you're able to fix it and try again. But also, it's a way to improve, like, your invention.
You have made great contributions to science. We hope your legacy stays for centuries.
Well, in the meantime, please continue with your amazing work. But we need to go now. It's getting late and we need to go home, but thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine. I hope to hear about you in several years.
Goodbye, thank you.
Bye.
He was nicer than I thought.
Yeah, she was like so wise and smart. But let's go now.
Yeah, let's go.